if Chiefs fans panic right now, will it be enough to inspire the team to a second win before the season is over, or should we burn down the stadium now? I'm gonna just get
Go
this
ahead,
out of the
Jordan. You're the
way.
voice of reason.
I am just gonna get this out of the way, and I've caught a lot of you know what for telling people to chill out, for telling people it doesn't matter, for telling people it's an 18 game season, for telling them it is about the long game. Relax. Aaron Rodgers, RELAX. It is an 18 game season. The Chiefs team you see now is not going to be the Chiefs team you see at the end of the year. If it is the Chiefs team you see at the end of the year, damn it, it's still going to be one of the best teams in the NFL. So much weird stuff happens in the playoffs. Even if the Chiefs were runaway
Yeah.
favorites and dominated this year, they could get first rounded by somebody. You literally never know what's going to happen. That's why you play. That's why you field the best team you can. That's why you have depth. That's why you play so many games. That's why you have seeding. Like, the Chiefs are going to be fine. The run defense is not going to be this bad all year. If it is, could it come back to bite them in the playoffs? Yeah. Could the offense explode for 40 for a 4 game stretch and it not even matter? Yes. Like, literally, the team you watch every week is most likely going to win, has like 5 of the most exciting players in the NFL to watch, has arguably the second best coach in the NFL, one of the best quarterbacks of all time, one of the best tight ends of all time, the fastest player in the league, new weapons on the offensive line. I guess I shouldn't use the term weapons, but new
I think
offensive
Trace missed
linemen.
a weapon.
Yeah. And it's week 2. Now it's week 3. Like, everyone before the season said, oh, the offensive line's going to have some growing pains. Like, maybe it's going to take Clyde a little bit to get going. Then week 1, the line looked so-so. Some good moments. Guys looked good. Guys looked bad. Everyone said, okay, well, this is fixed. This isn't Chris Jones. They said, oh, defensive player of the year after 1 game. Then he has a bad game. Everyone says, oh, well, Chris Jones isn't going to make it at defensive end. Move him back inside. Clyde's a bust. The offensive line is going to be great, going to suck. Like, guys, 2 game sample size, 17 game season, playoff run. Like, just sit back and enjoy the ride is my advice, because teams are a lot fun to watch when you're not just so invested in it. And I guess that's easy for me to say because, like, I'm cold and heartless when it comes to the Chiefs sometimes, but like, relax. It's going to be okay. And if it's not, they're going to have another shot next year. Like, there aren't going to be years where the Chiefs just completely tank with Patrick Mahomes for the next 3 or 4 seasons, I'd assume. And it's okay to be critical. It's okay to be excited on the other end, but just chill out a little bit. That's all I need to say.
Honestly, for Chiefs losses in the last like 5 years or so, this one was the one I was like mad about, in quotes, the least. I just, at the end of the game, I was like, whatever. I mean, that one kind of happens. Like, when you take the games down to the wire so many times, you'll eventually lose a few. And I would rather it happen on the road to a good team. And I kind of like Lamar. So, I mean, that was fine as well. And so I think they have a lot of things to work out. And I kind of think they needed something like this early in the year, just because they needed to know I mean, you would think you would hope that they know what to work on even in wins. But I think just losses, I think, motivate them a lot more. And I'll give people, like, you can freak out if they like lose this Sunday to the Chargers, like going 1-2 with the Raiders being maybe 3-0 if they win, and then the Chargers being 2-1 with the win over the Chiefs and Arrowhead. Yeah, that might be time to hit the panic button a bit. But just losing to the Ravens on the road like they did, where there was a lot of good things in the game. Like I posted yesterday, I'm like, I'll give you a positive note today. Lucas Niang had a great game. So Orlando Brown actually had a pretty good game too. Offensive line's looking good. All the wide receivers that we ragged on, they actually had good games. Pringle, D-Rob, and McCole. McCole actually had a lot of involvement in the underneath passing game, which was nice to see. Mahomes looked pretty good. He was stepping up into the pocket more, so he definitely improved on that from week 1. And they'll get Willie Gay back, and we'll see kind of where the defense looks from there. They played the two best rushing teams in the NFL. So, yes, it was historically bad, but at least it wasn't historically bad against bad rushing offenses. It was historically bad against, honestly, all-time good rushing offenses. Like the Browns are one of the best efficient rushing offenses in NFL history the last few years. And the Ravens with Lamar are, of course, historic as well. So, I mean, we just kind of have to see what the defense looks like against teams that don't put up like over 2,000 rushing yards each year.